Hi guys, happy Halloween. I know it's a few days after Halloween when you're seeing this, but it's Halloween today. So I got a phone call from the owner of this bunch of calves. Said he just weaned them and he's got a foot rot calf in here, and asked me if I'd treat her, told me how he'd like me to treat her. So we're gonna do that. They're fresh weaned, that's why they're bawling so much. There's gonna be a couple things we're gonna have to keep in mind while we figure this out today. Is these concrete bunks are really slick and they're dangerous if things get to running on them, whether it be a horse or a cow. So we're gonna want to keep things as low speed as possible for that reason, and for the reason that the less we move this bunch of calves around today, the better. I see we got our sore foot calf is right there, a bald faced calf holding her foot up. So I've got the camera way zoomed out today because I want to show you guys, for those that have never done it or don't know how I go about setting my rope to doctor calves and stuff like that. So I'm gonna try to do this really easy and really slow because I want to stress these calves as little as possible. I've got the medicines in my jacket, so I guess first thing I need to do. Also, Luke says hi. First thing I need to do is tighten that little cinch here. Then I'm gonna use a tie string to do this with. I'm not gonna tie her down, but I have a tie string, and what I'll do is I'll thread it, one end of it through the belt loop on my right hip. So it's like that, and I'll throw the tails around and thread them through the belt loop on my left hip. And what that'll do is it'll make it very easy and quick for me to get once I'm off my horse. And the tails will hang on the left side of me away from my rope so they don't get tangled. Some guys just leave them on their saddle and grab them when they step off, and that's fine too. Like I said, we're gonna try and do this real slow and easy here. These calves are stressed from being weaned already, so I'm just gonna try and spot our heifer again here. Luke is very good about sneaking through cattle for me and not stirring them up. Okay, it's that one looking at us right there, so I'm gonna try and get her on a first throw here without even running her at all. Just like that. Ollie, lay down. Hey, sister. Trying to let her run out of steam here a bit. I'll let her fight and let her learn that she's not going to win against the rope. And then I'm gonna do everything I can to keep her out of the cattle now. Okay, she starts kind of wobbling like that. Means she's getting a little bit dizzy because she's choking herself. Lay down! Okay, I'm gonna turn her loose and try and come up this way. Put myself between her and the rest of the calves so they move around as little as possible. Sister. Okay, we'll see if she'll fall right here. She don't really want to fall, but if she'll stand there for me, work this over this way, try and get it around above her back knees right there. Now if she walks forward here, see how I've got that rope around her back knees right there? I can dally. Now as it comes tight and I pull on it, she'll trip and fall. So what I've done is tripped her right there Now, I'm gonna undalley and get close, but I'm never gonna let slack hit her legs because she's got a lot less chance of trying to get up now. Okay, I'm gonna get Luke as close as I can. Now, this is the part I wanted to show. I'm gonna take about 3 wraps there. I'm gonna tuck the body of that rope underneath itself and pull it up to where it binds on my saddle right there. That will hold it. Step off my horse. I'll just drop my get down rope. I'll set my rommel up there. That way it doesn't get stepped on and broke even worse than it is. I'm always gonna keep my coils with me, because setting my rope like that on my saddle allows me, if something were to go wrong, I can pop that, which I'm gonna do here in just a second. Okay, I'm gonna tie her. I'm actually gonna use my tie string as a tie string. I said I wasn't, but I'm going to, so she don't get up. Okay, give that a full wrap and a square knot. Sorry if the camera didn't see it. Full wrap and a square knot right there. Now, I'm gonna pop that and just flip it off. Okay, it's just on his neck right now, is all. So I'm gonna flip it again. If it will go. This rope doesn't like to do that. Okay, now it's around the fork of my saddle. I can pull on it, and you can see Luke want to back up right there, but Luke knows the game. He knows exactly what I'm up to. He's helped me doctor a couple 1,000 times, and I think he kind of likes it. So I'm gonna get this rope off of her here. Make sure she don't get up now. She can breathe, she's not choking no more. Hey sister. I'm gonna take this back leg right here. I wanna get it tied. Once around that way, once around this way. Okay, said I wasn't gonna do that, but she's bigger and healthier than I expected. Okay, now I'm always gonna keep my weight of my body on her neck with my left leg. Pretty simple there. Okay. Now, most of the time I don't tie them, but I did this time. So I've got that top leg tied. So I'm just gonna catch the single back leg here. Actually, she's kind of relaxed a bit. So I'm gonna take both legs here and untie her. I'm gonna put both legs in my loop. Okay, I'm gonna pull tight. Luke's gonna pull for me, just like that. Good boy, Luke. Now Luke will keep her tight. He's super good at this. Okay, we're gonna re-dally now. Back up, Bubba. Okay, 3 wraps there. I'll tuck it under again. All right, pretty good right there. Now, I'm gonna untie this because I'm gonna need it in a second. I'd feel a little bit better if those back legs were crossed, but I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay, first things first, our dose of antibiotic right here. The first dose. It's gonna go subcutaneous on her neck in 2 spots. Hey sister, you're okay. Now this is, for those that know it's Resflor, for those that don't, what that is, it's an antibiotic that's systematic acting, so it'll help her with her foot rot. And then if she starts to develop a little bit of pneumonia from the stress of all this today, it'll help with that too. Luckily we caught her first try, we didn't run her around, we got her knocked down without a lot of fight. There was a little bit there, but And the second thing he asked us to give her, sulfa boluses. For some reason, it's an internal acting antibiotic. And those go orally. So that gets to the back of her throat. You press that, deposits the bolus. Give her the second one here. Okay, boluses are good. Antibiotics are good. Okay, now this is pretty classic foot rot. You guys can see that. I feel bad doing this to him, but it helps him out a lot. And what you do is you just take a rope and you try and knock as much of that crap off, that chunk of scab. I know, sister, it don't feel good. Okay, get that wound opened up again right there. Down to, that's fresh under there. It could be a hair better, but I don't want to just sit here and torture her either. Okay, get that far. Get rid of my tie string now. We're done with her. So again, I'm gonna take my rope. I still have all my weight on her neck there. I'm gonna flip it up here. Flip it off of Luke's neck. Get it off of her and we'll let her go. By knocking all that old scab and stuff and the infection off of that, it'll allow those antibiotics to kind of have a head start on getting it healed up for her. In a week or 10 days, she won't even walk with a limp. So that's how we go about doctoring a calf when we're by ourselves. Pretty simple. So Luke's pretty good to deal with. We're gonna get our gear collected up again here. If you have a cowboy in the family and you're wondering what to get them for Christmas that's not expensive like most cowboy gear is, find some yacht braid rope like this blue stuff right here, like 1/2 inch, 7/16, something like that size, and get him about 50 feet of it, even 10 feet. That's the best rope I've found for using as tie strings. Makes good get down ropes. I got a whole bunch of that in 2 different sizes from some guys that worked for a power company, because they can use it a certain amount of times and then they just discard it, and they have a lot of it. So if you know anybody in a power company, you might hit them up and see if you can get you a bunch of it for free. So throw that right there, throw this here. Oh, that tail needs to come through there. Oh boy, Luke. We'll get back in our saddle here and tie my rope back on. Now, he only said there was 1 calf that needed doctored, but while I'm here, and I won't record all that because it's not terribly exciting, but while I'm here, I'm just gonna kind of sit here and let these calves mill around a minute and see if I can hear anybody breathing real hard or phlegmy sounding or something like that. Like that calf. I think it's that bald face. These cattle got corresponding ear tag numbers, which dang sure helps. I can't see hers. I think 15. I'm just gonna walk around here easy and try not to disturb them very much. These are pretty high risk calves because they were just weaned day before yesterday. Okay, it's this black calf right here. 30 is the number. That's all I hear right now. I'll remember that number and we'll keep an eye on him. But that's how I go about doctoring one by myself. Pretty simple. Crawl out of the pen here. So, but as always, guys, thanks for riding along with me, and make sure and share the videos on your Facebook or with your friends or family. They might find it interesting, or maybe laugh at me a time or two. That's all right. Always, guys, feel free to comment with any questions or suggestions or anything like that, or if you want to see something on a specific video, or gosh, I'm open to it. Something so mundane to me might be real interesting for somebody out there, so just let me know. In a couple days, we're going to post day 4 of being at the Knott Creek Ranch, and Rush is going to get to go again, and he made a lot of good progress that day just in being a horse. So alrighty, guys, well, appreciate it. We'll see you on the next one.